All right, so what we need to do is we're going to export this movie. Come up here to File, go Export, you go to Media, but you see how it's grayed out. That's because you can see here by this blue line that this is the window that's activated. If we then go into the timeline and activate that, or select the timeline from this list, we can go up here to File, Make Movie, Media, which is Apple M. Up comes this dialog box. There's lots of different options here on what you might like to render it out as. We're going to render this out for use in YouTube. We come down here to H.264. There's lots of great presets here for all different things you might need them for. We're going to use the YouTube presets at the bottom, which is right down the bottom here, 1080p. We go to the output name, next thing, and output location. We find our location, renders and outputs. We change the name to today's date. Sometimes you might be rendering out a draft. Then we come down to the options we can change. Make sure you're exporting video and audio. Come down to the video options. Check you've got square pixels. Your profile is high. Your levels. For the best quality, you want to render it out at 5:1. Match the source. Maximum depth. We're going to change this to 2 passes. That will take a bit longer to render, but end up with a much better quality video. Change the minimum or target to 8 and the maximum to 35. Down here, we're going to check on maximum render quality and use preview. What use preview will do is it will make sure that if you've preview rendered it before you've come to this stage, it will use that data and that will speed up the render process. Now we're going to jump over to audio and look at the quality settings. This all can stay fairly much the same. There's no need to bring the quality down for a YouTube video. This is our estimated size. If you want to go straight into exporting, you just press export there. But I'm actually going to queue this for later because I like to set up my renders to render out at the end of the day when I'm not working on my computer anymore. So that will jump over here into Encore. You can see I've got 2 things lined up to render. This, the Townsville one, and one that I set up earlier, which I can actually, so here you can, a few more options. You can change this if you need to. You can change the custom presets if you need to. If you're going to use the same presets a lot, it might be worth saving that preset. You can even change what it's called and where it's going to render out to. And when you come to the time where you have the videos ready to render, just press play and it will start rendering them. If you're not ready, if you've decided one of these is not how you want it to be, you can press delete it by pressing the minus. Are you sure you want to remove this item? Yes, I do. That leaves just the Townsville. And when you're ready, just press play.